It's nearly 6 o'clock in the evening here in Sakhir, and that means it's nearly time for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Unless you've been living under a rock, you might have seen reports of Nico Rosberg claiming he's going to win this weekend's race. Well, he was so confident he was claiming victory long before we arrived. Securing pole position for today's race, though, means he's very likely to be following up on those bold claims.
His work isn't done yet. He still needs to take the advantage of being on pole and turn it into a race win. As long as he has no mechanical issues and can stay out of trouble in that first corner, he could make this the perfect weekend.
Nico won the last race with a performance that Toto Wolff called a drive of true class. He seems really at home in this Mercedes team, and it's from that platform that he's able to put in these great performances.
Nico certainly had the edge over Lewis last time out, and he'll want to put one over on his teammate again today. Don't underestimate the mind games that are going on between these pair as they battle it out for supremacy.
What's going on, guys? My name is Jacob. Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're here for round 4 of my F1 2015 Vettel career mode, and you can see it's two-shot strategy today, going on to the options and then to the primes. And now we're on the grid, revving up to 5 red lights, and away we go. And as always, we get a bad start, and that lets Hamilton and I think Massa, and actually we get mugged by Hamilton, Perez, and Ricciardo into the first corner, but going down to second gear into the first corner. And hitting Perez as we get past him, losing the back end slightly, but then nevertheless we are into 4th place, and going up at the top you can see, and going up into third 3 you can see Hamilton and Raikkonen are battling it out for 2nd place, and they're still side by side. I think there was slight contact there, and they're still side by side for this on this first lap, battling up 2nd. I think Hamilton's got it, but Raikkonen is still there, so it's not over yet, and Hamilton's got the inside line for this corner as we give Raikkonen a little tap there, and Raikkonen is still battling with Lewis Hamilton. Hamilton's still trying to get a 2nd place from Kim Raikkonen, and Raikkonen battling hard as Hamilton is off the track, and we think Raikkonen's got it, but then Hamilton is still side by side with Raikkonen, and we go up into the rich mix as Hamilton's now got 2nd place. And coming up into this turn, we decide to go up the inside of our teammate Kim Raikkonen, and a clean move there as we move up into P3 into the final podium position on the grid in the race. And you can see now we are behind Hamilton, and he's our next target. But he isn't a very fast car, and obviously demonstrates Mercedes with the Mercedes engine. It's gonna be hard to compete against him. And Raikkonen actually is on our left hand side, and I wasn't expecting him to be there, so I turn in and then realise he's there, and then I turn out the corner, and Raikkonen's actually dropped back, is actually come back at us again now, and this time he goes for the left hand side rather than the right hand side, and he just breezes past us before the first corner. But coming to the first corner, we're just going to brake late and go up the inside and up into the final podium position in the race once again. So we're up into 3rd place in the Bahrain Grand Prix, and we're getting attacked by Bottas now. So Raikkonen's obviously been overtaken by Bottas, but we hang it around the outside into turn 3, and we have got 3rd place in the Bahrain Grand Prix here on lap 2, and Bottas is there actually still, and he actually spins as we turn in. We didn't know he was there, and he actually spins, so we maintain 3rd, and we don't get a penalty for that, which is very, very lucky to not get a penalty. And now coming into this double left hand that we lose the back end slightly, take out the bollard, and Raikkonen is right there to capitalise. He goes for the left hand side, but I'm not sure if he can get us, and he's going to have a good go actually. And into this turn again where we battled out last time, he half spins, and we didn't get a penalty for that either, so we were very, very lucky. And Maldonado has now been to 4th place as we have kind of taken out 2 people. But now, as we are going on to lap 9, nothing has really happened except move up into 2nd, because I think Rosberg made his pit stop, and we now come into the pits for our first pit stop. And it's going to be another set of the option tyres to see what we can do, and then we're going to the prime tyres in our final pit stop, as that's and we're actually getting held a bit, so that's a 3.8 second pit stop, and we have Nazar ahead of us. He now pulls into his pit box, and we should rejoin in 2nd place. I think we rejoin in 2nd place, and we are rejoining in 2nd place. And no, actually we are rejoining 3rd. It's going to be tight. We have Hulkenberg there, and we kind of mount that curve a little bit, and then we actually half spin because of the contact with Hulkenberg. We need a half spin again, and that actually lets Maldonado past, and he made a pit stop on that lap as well. So we need to work on getting past Maldonado and then catching and passing Nico Hulkenberg. And you see, we actually have much better space to pass Maldonado already on these new tyres, and we are going to waste no time as we hit him actually quite hard there, but to get no damage. If we had damage, that would have been not very good because we would have got whole oversteer. But nevertheless, now we're up into third place in the Bahrain Grand Prix as we passed Pastor Maldonado in his Lotus, and now we've got to set our sights on hunting down and catching Nico Hulkenberg. But Maldonado is still behind us, and he should be pretty good down the straight. Obviously, as he's Mercedes engine and we have the Ferrari engine, so we go up into the rich mix, and I think we have cleared him, and we have. So, but Hulkenberg, he should also gain time on us down the straights, as he has also got Mercedes engine in the back of that Force India. And we have held third place from Pastor Maldonado, as now we are going on to lap 12, and you can see we have the DRS at the moment on Nico Hulkenberg, and we should close up on him here, and we do. So through the final few corners we are closing on Nico Hulkenberg, and it's quite a flowing track. It's got quite a few flowing corners, and now we go down to third gear, and we realise that a move down the inside of Hulkenberg there wouldn't have been very smart. So now we are coming down the straight, and Hulkenberg, obviously with the Mercedes engine, should have better straight line speed, and we break the late, and we actually hit Hulkenberg, and we have a little bit of a spin. Then we lose the back end and spins the gravel, and that. So all our hard work to catch Hulkenberg has now been just all gone. But we still have the DRS, but that still isn't enough to defend from Felipe Nasr in the Sauber, so he gets to us. But we have the DRS, and now we are breaking down second gear into first one. We've got the inside as he leaves a gap, and that's us easy back up into P3 of the Bahrain Grand Prix. And now as we move on to lap 18, this is for our final pit stop on going onto the prime tyres, and we're hoping for a good stop. Our tyres we shouldn't get a tyre blowout this time like we did last race in China. I was so frustrated at that point, and we're on for a good result here. We're on for about P3, so we're on for P3 at the moment as we're at 2.3 second pit stop. So yeah, we're on for P3 at the moment, our first podium of the season. That would be fantastic if we can get a podium here, and obviously that would be a good thing, and obviously that would be a good feeling going on to, I think, going on to Spain, into the European part of the season. And now on lap 19 we're in P3 obviously for the Bahrain Grand Prix, and now going on to lap 25 we have Kimi Räikkönen behind us and our teammate, and he has the DRS now, and he's going for a move, and he's just breezed past us even before coming up into this corner where we have met, which has been quite a talk point this race. But I can actually tell you now, Kimi Räikkönen has 5 second time penalty. I think it was for a collision, I can't exactly remember, but nevertheless I can tell you that we don't actually catch Räikkönen, even though we looked down the inside for a move there. But I can tell you now that we don't catch Räikkönen, and so now we're on to P4. It's still a better position. It's still our best position of the season. But on lap 29 now, Bottas has gone around us, and he's batting on us here, and but you can tell that we have actually ran out of fuel. But one thing I now know, I can't trust the engineer, or in fact the info on the side, because that said for the whole race it was optimal, and then just there my engineer says we're on fumes, when he said literally last lap we're optimal on fuel. So we drop down to 5th, and we end up finishing in 5th place. So it's not too bad. It's our best position finish of the season, I think, and you know, we've still got points, so that's positive that we can take away from this race. But yeah, we'll just need to come back stronger again in Spain in the European season.
So it was the German national anthem that was played on the podium for our race winners today, Mercedes.
They have been working really hard, and today they got their reward. Superb work from both the team and its driver.
It was great having you with us for this weekend. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Until next time though, goodbye.
So there we go guys, that is the Bahrain Grand Prix, and you can see that Marcus Ericsson actually didn't finish the race, but Jenson Button, I think that is Felipe Massa, no it's Max Verstappen and Kimi Räikkönen, they all got a penalty for some sort of reason, and Nico Rosberg leads away in the championship from his teammate Lewis Hamilton. My teammate Kimi Räikkönen still in third place, still keeping up his run of third places, and he's finishing third place 3 times in a row, no 4 times out of 4 races, and we're in 7th, and Mercedes lead the way with 62 points ahead of Williams, and Ferrari are in 3rd with 79 points off Mercedes, and we're really not that far off Williams. I don't think. I think we can get Williams in the next race hopefully, and actually Williams are 52 points off Mercedes. But that's been the video, guys. If you did enjoy it, please give it a big like, comment down below what you thought, subscribe if you are new for weekly F1 content. You can follow me on Twitter at F1Petrol, as always. There's a link down in the description, and there's also a link down in the description that you can get partnered for Freedom. But I'll see you next time.